giving them the loads, but also charging them for taking the truck out, having the truck. They basically spend half their check. So I think I would have just taken that loss, maybe got with a company like that that had that kind of rental thing happening, and then kept my
Got
20
it.
and then rented, even though it's a huge chunk. If let's say if the load costs 45 $100 just to go from wherever, from Louisiana to Boston and back, it's like $4,500, let's say. They're taking at least like 2,000 of it for the rental, right? So it's a, but I think what it does,
Mhm.
you still have to pay for your gas, but you still have something. You can start
You
to
have a
build on
cushion.
that. You have something, right? You have some cash, like Shalay said, you're still liquid. You still have that 20,000. And so I love that. Any before we move on to the next situation, does anyone want to add to that?
I want to
Everybody
just talk
good?
about what Ann and Carol said, right? So Ann said,
Yes, please.
did he have a mentor for guidance? And then Carol said, I would have kept out a bare bones budget, maybe 5,000. Life throws out many curveballs. So those kind of go hand in hand, right?
Hmm.
A lot of times when people start a business, there's something that they know how to do. They have a wish, a hope, or a dream, and they just jump out there without guidance, without a
Yeah.
coach, without a mentor, without taking a class on entrepreneurship. And we see this happen a lot because there is no guidance. A lot of times, especially in our community, this is you're the first person that's starting a business. So you're the only business owner, entrepreneur that you know, and you don't have anybody to ask. Because if you had asked somebody, then they would have, to Kara's point, said, hey, maybe let's budget this differently. Let's
Hmm.
look at what you have. Let's talk about how long it's going to take you to get liquid or to have positive cash flow. So
Hmm.
having guidance, having a coach, having a mentor, taking a class is super important when you're starting a business or anything, getting into insurance, getting into real estate. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing something that's new, try to link up with or align yourself with somebody who's already done it because it will save you money and time. And a lot of
Yes.
times we don't ask for help.
Yeah. There's something about that good old Google. At this point, you can ask Chat GPT. There's so many things that and I'm just saying we can, I mean, YouTube is the best kept secret. I don't even know if it's a secret at this point that you can learn anything on YouTube. And I don't know if you all do this, but I'm an avid, like I'll spend a few hours a day just watching videos on business itself. Like if I see something interesting, I just pick something to watch and I'll
Mhm.
work my way through it. But just to stay tight, just to get some perspective on maybe marketing or whatever that it is that you need that day, I would just go and just research it. What do you say? Anyone want to add to that? Anyone want to add to this before I move on?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
I agree. Oh, go ahead, Aisha. Mhm.
Actually, I do. I definitely, if I see anybody that is in the industry, financial industry, or any industry that I'm interested in, I listen to them to see what they have to say and what their journey has been, so that way you can have an idea of what to expect. Because sometimes if you hear something, you think it's easy, but there's a
Mhm.
lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you don't see, that the
Yeah.
person is probably presenting something specific in front of you because they've now have a lot of repetition. But
Yeah.
then you can hear from them, so that when now decide to go into that space, you say, oh yeah, they talked about this, now I see, then it's easier, it makes sense. But if you just go and do it on your own without listening to other people and getting their ideas of how they've journeyed in this space, then it's harder, because then when you take a hit, you're like shocked, like what happened?